Hey everyone, welcome back to the Cakeman Entertainment. In today's video, I'll be reacting to the final ever Game of Thrones episode, Season 8, Episode 6. I have reacted to all the episodes before this one. You can check that link out above. Before I start, I have to say, this show has been a real pleasure to watch. I know the last season, I'd say, to be honest, just the last season has been a bit of a drop-off. Maybe a bit of Season 7 as well, but all in all, it was a great experience and I am glad that I watched the show. Will I change my mind after this episode? Maybe, because I've heard this is the worst episode. I have seen the IMDb rating for this episode, which I think was 4.6 or something, which is crazy for a show like this, which averages 9.2, I think it is. So it's like half the average. And it is the lowest rated episode ever of Game of Thrones, which, yeah, it must end really badly. So I am bracing for impact. I'm hoping it's not too bad. I'm hoping people thought it was worse because they had to wait for a year for the ending. I think that may attribute to it, but we'll just have to wait and see. Maybe, yeah, I don't even know. But last episode, we saw Daenerys went on her rampage, and yeah, I guess we're going to see whatever the consequences are of that. Was I fine with the rampage? Look, I was okay with the rampage, but I thought it should have started, it was in the wrong order. Like, she should have attacked Cersei's tower first, and then gone and killed all the citizens. But she attacked the citizens first. When her inner rage was pointed towards Cersei, the camera was looking towards Cersei and her, and Cersei and her, and then she just goes and kills citizens. I'm like, okay, I guess you're just a complete nutcase. And I know, I understand, they're trying to like symbolize she's like her father, Mad King, but I think she's a bit different. They should have done that, and they should have done her blowing up the tower, then she just loses control pretty much. I think that would have made a lot more sense. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Before I get into this episode, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll get into it now. Tyrion's like, motherfucker, I supported the wrong person here, man. Jesus Christ. I really should have supported Jon Snow and listened to Varys. Whatever the story is, though, this season, there's been some brilliant shots. Like, the whole scene of her blowing up King's Landing was pretty, like, well shot. It looked really nice. Holy shit, that person's like so shocked. He's just walking naked pretty much. Oh, where is Daenerys now, by the way? Oh, it's a burned carcass. Those are just skeletons. Jeez. I really like, actually, this beginning part that there's no music or words. It's just showing you the destruction that Daenerys caused last episode. There doesn't need to be words. Where's he going now? Is he going to talk to Daenerys? Because I think she's done enough. I guess whatever sets they made, they probably actually could just destroy it in this last episode because they know they don't need it anymore.
Look around you, friend.
Yeah, they're already burned and alive. Did you win though? I don't know. You like burned all the King's Landing. Oh, did she actually say that to him? I wonder who would win a battle between those two actually. Grey Worm and Jon Snow. Fuck, he's still killing? Fucking hell, I thought he would wait. Or Tyrion might find their bodies, Jaime and Cersei. Actually, no, he probably won't because they were underground, right? They're probably covered in rubble. I still remember back in like season 1, 2, 3 where we used to see Tywin over here on the table mocking Tyrion most often than not. Shit, he's actually down here, but I just don't think he'll be able to find the bodies. I guess his size is the advantage here, that he could actually get through those little holes. I mean, the type of person that Tyrion would be really upset over his brother being dead, but I think even Cersei, he'll still be a bit upset. Because he's still very, like, he has humanity in his heart. He still cares for her, even though she hates him. But Jaime was the closest person he ever had in his life. The one he could fully trust. I don't think we've ever seen Tyrion this upset before. We've seen him angry with, like, Shay and his dad, but Cersei was a bitch. I mean, she had it coming. I didn't really give a shit that she's dead, but Jaime was... he did transform as a character. In fact, his love for Cersei is what got him killed at the end. Oh shit, that epic, huge Targaryen flag that's there. John's gonna probably try to kill her, I think. What else can he do? My god, I hope Arya doesn't get the spotlight again. Imagine she just goes and kills one of the kills Daenerys. I feel John deserves his shining moment. He didn't get it against the Night King. She did, so he should probably get it here. I feel like Daenerys will have some regret because she was a good person on the inside. She just had a moment of madness, really. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. That is a really nice shot. With the dragon wings coming out at the back, like she's a dragon. Another pretty epic shot. She got what she wanted. Like, she looks happy. She doesn't have any regret. I thought she would, but it doesn't look like it. Fuck, that is epic. Having her in the middle and Drogon just roaring in the side. Or maybe Tyrion will kill her after what he saw. Okay. That sounds more like a threat. Tyrion, I think, is gonna die, to be honest. Yep. The fact that he did it so publicly probably means he has to get executed now. I mean, something I guess I didn't really notice before, or didn't realize before, is that Jon Snow, I guess, doesn't really like Daenerys anymore since learning they're related. I think that was his bigger issue. Not the fact that he learned that he could be the true leader. I think, at least. Because Starks don't really do that. Targaryens do it all the time. I think that's it, if that's what they're going for. If they're going for the fact that he's king and he doesn't like her anymore after that, that's a bit dumb. But the family aspect makes sense, yeah. How did Arya get up? How did she even get here? She was like miles away. I mean, I get Arya's training is what made her be able to do this, but I don't like the fact that Arya can just get into anywhere so easily. Like, especially in the Night King episode, that was so bullcrap.
Now Varys' ashes can tell my ashes. See? I told you.
Did she sound like someone who was
No, she wants to take everyone. It's funny, Daenerys wants to liberate everyone, but she wants to rule them, so is that really liberation? It's like a fake freedom.
many as our beautiful queen slaughtered in a
True,
single
yeah.
day.
In a single hour.
The gates fell, the battle was over. Would you have done it?
No, he wouldn't have. Yeah, that's a good question. You wouldn't have. Don't lie. You're lying to yourself, John. I think actually because like Targaryens have fire and blood and Starks are honor, it's actually the perfect combination that John has both of their bloods in him. It balances like the Targaryen fireness with the Stark honor. No, to be honest, the people didn't really even like Cersei Lannister. They sort of were a bit restless under her rule.
Death of love.
I mean, that has been a reoccurring thing in Game of Thrones. Even Robb Stark, he died for love as well.
Shield that God.
I feel like Daenerys wouldn't kill Jon though. She still has feelings for him as well. Daenerys hates Sansa as much as Sansa hates her, so Daenerys will 100% execute Sansa for sure, if she doesn't bend the knee. What the fuck? Holy shit, that's a Drogon is just chilling under the ice? He's just sleeping on the ice. They're covered in snow. Oh, this is what the throne room looks like now? Is it much of a throne to sit on anymore? Who actually made this, like, throne chair? Was it Aegon, the Conqueror, like the first leader? Or was it made well after his time? And how come also in House of the Dragon there's, like, a bunch of swords around the throne? Isn't it? Or was that the early seasons of Game of Thrones?
It was necessary.
Is it? Fuck.
Have you been down there? Have you seen?
True. I mean,
Forgive him.
Jon did kill that little boy even. Remember when he betrayed him?
He can't.
And it will be.
Once she rules all of it. Fuck, she is so happy after doing all this shit. That's crazy. I thought she would have some guilt for killing innocents, but there's no guilt there. There's happiness.
Because I know what is good.
Okay, that's okay. I know what is good.
They don't get to choose.
Okay, that is 100% evil woman. Kill her now, Jon Snow. Oh shit, he did it. He did kill her. He had to. I mean, she's gone. The fact that she said, like, no one gets to choose, only I get to choose, like, what's good. It's sort of sad, to be honest. Daenerys had such, like, development. She was such a freedom fighter, but she just got lost in her own world. Does Drogon... Do riders and dragons have that much of a bond that they know when their rider's dead? Even when they're not close? Seems like Drogon does. Is Drogon gonna kill him now? Wait, is Jon Snow gonna ride Drogon? Since he is the last Targaryen and that's the last dragon? Fuck, his CGI looks so good, Drogon. Okay, he knows Jon Snow betrayed. Bye, Jon Snow. Huh? He melted the chair away, jeez. Oh, he looks so good, man. I can't deny that fact. Like, whatever the story doesn't look as good, he looks great. I mean, I just don't know. Does Drogon know that Jon Snow killed her, or was that his way of saying, like, that throne took Daenerys' conscience, so he got rid of the throne? Is Drogon just disappeared? Is that the last we're gonna see of him? Wait, who's gonna lead now? Who's gonna lead King's Landing? It has to be Jon Snow, right? Because he's the last Targaryen. To be honest, it is a bit strange how Daenerys was all there by herself. Like, she didn't have a single guard with her or anything. I guess it might be her arrogance that she just wanted to be alone too.
Where's John?
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
So is Lord.
Say another word about killing my brother and I'll cut your throat.
It's not for you to decide.
You are not here to speak.
Oh shit.
Everyone has heard it.
Or our queen.
Who's the king or queen? They have no king queen. I thought Jon Snow would take over, wouldn't he?
Westeros.
Oh my god, is it gonna be like Sansa? Oh my, I'm gonna leave if it's Sansa, man. For the love of God, no. Who's this guy? He's been here since the Red Wedding. You didn't even fight though.
I like to think my experience has led to some small
No, they're not. If they're okay, maybe that's what happens. Maybe this guy becomes king.
Please sit.
Yeah, nice. I don't even know who I'd be happy with if they got it here. 100% if it's Sansa, I'm out of here. Yeah, this could be one of the worst shows I've ever seen. At that point, she's such a shit character. No offense if you guys like her, but I haven't liked her at all. Oh, he's saying they should do a democracy, like a proper vote. No, I mean that's fair.
Half the people hate me for serving Daenerys. The other.
What about Jon Snow? Should he not be the leader? He's literally like
Can't think of a worse.
the perfect balance.
Who's better story than Bran the Broken?
What?
The keeper of all our stories.
Wait, they're gonna make Bran the king?
Weddings,
Really?
births.
I mean, out of these options, I don't even know who I'd want, to be fair. As long as it's not Sansa. I don't know about Bran being a king. I just don't see him as a king at all, to be honest. I see him as a good, like, he'd be a good hand, like an advisor, because he knows a lot of things, but a king? But oh god, this is gonna be the end? Okay. I can see why people didn't like it, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know about Bran being king. And who are even these people voting? I don't like much of them either. I'm like, all the important people are dead, that's the problem. Oh, come on, Sansa. You're his... Okay, whatever Brandon is, Sansa, you're his sister. Fucking vote yes.
Fought too hard ever to kneel again.
What are you trying to say? What the fuck? That's so stupid. He is a Northman. Why would they not kneel for him? They knelt for like Jon Snow and Robb. They love kneeling like for their king. What do you mean they won't kneel again? I think they'd love it if the King of Westeros was from their hometown. Now that's dumb. That is dumb. What do you do you mean independent state, bro? What the hell are you talking about? The king, like, you need to be someone with aura, right? That's just simple king things. You have to have some aura, some, like, you need to have a bit of anger about you, but a bit of, like, justness, mercy, etc.
I knew what was
What?
right.
So Jon Snow's just going to be nothing now? He's not even going to be leader of Winterfell either? Now Jon Snow has a wild beard too.
Start a war. Has chosen to send you to the Night's Watch.
Oh my god, he's back where he started.
Still Night's Watch.
Are you kidding me? So after this whole journey, Jon stands up as nothing as he started. He literally had no journey, pretty much. He's literally like an honorable man. He made the right choices. You just have to make a tough choice when you're king.
Sunset.
Even Tyrion I would have been like okay with. Tyrion or definitely Jon Snow, but to be honest, the whole like 8th season felt a bit too like rushed. Definitely. Like why was there only 6 episodes in this season compared to all the others? Because it's not like the show wasn't successful. It was probably one of the most successful shows. Like looking at the reviews and the ratings and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure Game of Thrones was quite successful, and it would have been at its peak probably what, season 5, 6 maybe? Or did people start hating it like after that? Because I just want to know, like, why would you rush a show which was performing so well, which was making you probably a lot of money? The only thing I know is that the directors of this show were scheduled to like be directors of a Star Wars movie, I think, and that might be why they fast forwarded this ending, because they wanted to go into that. But the funniest thing is, if they did rush this because of that, they didn't even get the Star Wars gig at the end, because this, I remember, had like there was like huge backlash, because I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so I follow the Star Wars universe, and I remember I heard about these guys that did Game of Thrones, and like Game of Thrones is something people always mentioned as a really good show. I never watched it obviously until now, but I'd heard that it's really good and these guys directed it. But then I heard the season 8 was horrible and these guys got like kicked out from it. They got kicked out from the Star Wars movie. So was it worth it? Why is Sansa leading the North? They lost their king, but a Northman is the king. So why can't the Northman be the king of the North as well? Like, I'm 100% sure they'd respect Brandon as well. And her argument was like, what, they've lost a lot so they won't kneel again? But everyone has lost a lot. To be honest, the Northmen have probably lost the least amount from everyone else. Look at King's Landing. These people are all dead.
That's where I'm going.
So, after all this, when the Starks were meant to end together, they're all separating once again. I guess who really won at the end of the day then? If none of the Starks end up together either. They're as sad as the Lannisters were. It's so weird having Brandon as king. Oh my god. It's such a side character just randomly becoming... He doesn't have the gravitas that a king should have. I honestly think Brandon would have been the perfect hand and Jon Snow to be king. That would have been the perfect combination, I feel, like with the people who are left. To be honest, I thought it would have been pretty cool. Like, imagine if Daenerys didn't go crazy and Daenerys and Jon Snow led as like Targaryens. I think that would have been perfect fate, wouldn't it? Like if Daenerys is queen and Jon is king. But I think I asked that question before. Can they rule together? Has that been done before? Like 2 Targaryens on the throne? I mean, I know there's always been wives and stuff, but like equal rulers? Is that possible? I wonder if Tyrion's mate is still alive. What's his name? Bronn? Oh, it is Bronn. I knew he would come.
Don't believe you're mentioned.
What? That's even more of an embarrassment.
Great.
I'm sorry though, but yeah, this episode is a thumbs down. Sir Podrick. Oh shit, he's a knight now?
Master of coin.
Oh, he's Master of Coin?
Lord of lofty titles provides funding.
The Master of Coin looks forward to helping the Master of Ships.
I love how they're calling everyone Master. Oh god, it's Tormund. Oh my god, he came back to him. Stuck on the Knights. But what do the Night's Watch do now? Because there is no Night King or White Walkers, right? They're gone. They just watch over nothing now, really. I don't like how Sansa became leader of the North, man. I'm sorry, I just don't like her as a character. I don't think she should lead anything. She's got so much envy of others. Even at the end, she didn't want Brandon to be king. Like, her first reaction was like her truthful one. She was like against it. She's like, oh, he can't father any children or whatever. Holy shit, he hasn't got an ear. Oh my god, she has a crown, man? Jesus. Sorry, the epic music isn't gonna save this scene. I guess they'll just live out here, to be honest, with Jon Snow as their king in a way. Okay, well that's Season 8, Episode 6, Game of Thrones, Season 8 finale, show done and dusted. And yeah, I guess now I understand why you guys hated the end of this show so much. Yeah, there were a lot of crazy decisions made this episode. I think the one I personally hated the most was Sansa, like that whole independent thing with the why am I forgetting the name? Winterfell, sorry, yeah. Winterfell becoming like an independent unit compared to the rest of the kingdoms. I thought that was very interesting because Sansa's description of that was so lackluster. Like, she's just like, oh yeah, they've lost a lot, so they're not going to kneel to anyone else. Like, dude, everyone has lost a lot in this war. Literally everyone. There's not a single kingdom which hasn't lost people or lost rulers, etc. So easily, like, I understand whatever Jon Snow diplomatically couldn't lead, but Sansa becoming the leader and then them splitting up from the rest of the kingdoms when the king is a Northman himself, like, I feel I would be proud of that. Just think, like, if someone from where I'm from, say we had like a king of, I don't know, Earth, and they become the king of Earth, I'd have some pride in that. I'd be like, oh, there's a person from my like village or my area that became the king of the whole country or the whole Earth. Like, that'd be a prideful thing. Why the hell would you reject that? Why would you become an independent system because of that? Like, no, that's really dumb. I don't like that. It's just, they just needed like Sansa to have her moment or whatever, but I never liked her as a character, so I didn't like that at all. That was like really dumb. Brandon becoming king as well is just not very satisfying. It's like Tommen becoming king. Like, it's just a thing. You just feel like he's just a king on the side. But again, I think I reiterated a few times in the reaction that I think it would have been perfect if Jon Snow was king and Brandon was his hand. Like, if you want the Starks to be the winners at the end, that would be perfect, wouldn't it? Would it not? Like, Sansa can be the warden of the North, which is fine. She doesn't have to be a freaking queen for no unnecessary reason. And then Arya can be like the king's hand or the king's like Kingsguard. She can be like a Kingsguard for Brandon. And then yeah, Kingsguard for Jon, and then he could have been Brandon could have been King's hand. Like, that's, I feel like that I just count in my head, like in 5 minutes, that would have been a lot better than what we got. Because yeah, sure, the Starks won at the end, but they're all separated by the end as well. So did they really win? Arya's going off to do her own thing. Like, she loves her family so much. Why is she leaving? Like, her family is at the top of the tree now. Wherever she goes, she could have gone with Sansa or with Brandon. Or she even could have gone with Jon Snow into the Night's Watch, but she just went to do her own thing. Yeah, it's not a very satisfying ending. I can see why. Like, I'm watching it like continuously, right? So I didn't have to wait between seasons. But if you had to wait, whatever, 1-2 years for this season to come out, and then it ends with that, yeah, I completely understand why you guys wouldn't have liked it. Like, I think it's a bit harsh to say it's a 4 or whatever the rating was. I think it's 4, 4.2, 4.5, something like that. To me, it's like a 5.5. I think a 5 to a 5.5. Like, it's on a 5 pretty much. Yeah, 5.5. But it is definitely like the most disappointing, or one of the most disappointing probably the most disappointing episode, because it's the finale. Like, this is how it ends, an epic show, and it ends with like a mediocre king, Starks all separated, Sansa being a queen, independent like kingdom of hers. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of characters ended where they began. Like Jon Snow just ended in the Night's Watch. That's where he started. Yeah, I don't know. It just wasn't the finale that we were looking for. And then obviously, yeah, Daenerys was killed. I think it would have helped the season a lot if it was 10 episodes and Daenerys like did her whatever thing, and then I think they could have like delved into that a bit more, like a few more episodes possibly on like Daenerys being queen, like her coming to terms with what she did and then maybe showing some remorse, but then like her also possibly showing like she shows remorse, but then on the other hand she continues to do it. So then Jon Snow is like very conflicted, and then over like an episode or two he finally realizes like there's no chance for Daenerys. But Daenerys being happy and all joyful, that didn't really make sense. Like I thought she would have a bit of remorse for killing innocent people. Whatever she is, she's not like her father in a Mad King, like that they're trying to make it seem like. She's not like that. She was made to be a different character. They didn't characterize her as that sort of thing. And then Tyrion going on about like, oh, she's killed evil men, we didn't say anything. She killed evil this, we didn't say anything. Yeah, because they're evil. She never killed innocent people. Like that's something she's never done. It's always people who have betrayed her or whatever. But King's Landing, like the population didn't betray her. It's Cersei. The population has no say whether who's king or queen. It's not a democracy. They could easily hate their queen, which I think the people didn't really like Cersei as their leader anyway. So, yeah. Daenerys' reasonings, like a lot of the characters' morals and reasonings were a bit all over the shop. And yeah, it was a bit of an unsatisfying ending. At the beginning of this reaction, I said, like, I'm very glad I watched this show, and I still am. Like, look, it's just one episode. Unfortunately, it's the last one, so I can see why it left a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths. And yeah, but I've been watching in a weird order in that I watched House of the Dragon first, then I went back to Game of Thrones, then I've delved into House of the Dragon Season 2 while watching Game of Thrones. Like, I'm a bit of a mixed match bag, but I've really enjoyed House of the Dragon as well as Game of Thrones. Like, it was a really good show. It was, regardless whatever happened in the last season, last episode, there was some really peak seasons of television in there. Like I think I would say season like 3 to end of 6 was like the peak, the absolute peak. Like there was very rare like misses in that period. There were absolute bangers. Like obviously the Red Wedding comes to mind, Battle of the Bastards. I think the season 6 finale was brilliant. To be honest, I even thought the season 7 finale was pretty good too. Yeah, there were a lot of cool moments. Season 5 finale, like they really built it up well and bang. That's the more disappointing thing, to be honest, in that Game of Thrones is really, really good at finishing seasons. Like they always had something epic in store. Even in the beginning, like I think season 2 or season 1, there was the Battle of Blackwater. There's a lot of huge things or huge developments for the end of each season. But even season 7 had like a great ending. But season 8, which is the one that was probably most important, it didn't have a great ending, which is why I think a lot of people went away from the series. I think a lot of people even went away from House of the Dragon due to that. Yeah, House of the Dragon season 2, to be honest, didn't have the greatest ending. And now that we're waiting years, I know what it feels like, but it probably wasn't as bad as this. Yeah, because at least in that, you know, there's going to be more seasons. But in this, it's over. There is no more Game of Thrones. So, yeah. Overall, very disappointing ending. I have to say that. It's unfortunate. I wish it was better than it was. It's not. But I'm glad I watched this show. It was really great to react with you guys. Thank you for being part of my reactions and commenting or liking or just watching along, whatever you do. Thanks for all the support. Yeah, I will react to like whatever House of the Dragon future episodes that come out. But I'll leave it there, and I'll see you guys next time.